Alright, so we've got Chusik in the light blue color on the northeast of the map, the slightly higher ranked player, and Peediin in the bottom left of the map in orange. Germans up here, starting with settler wagons, as always. 200 wood, 200 food. Yeah, so this is a food start, I think. That's how that works. We'll see if we see trading posts out from these players in Age 1, or if they just opt for building the house and aging up. I kind of expect to see trading posts from both of these civs. Yeah, French player going straight for that trading post with his explorer, and the Germans going for this other more forward trading post, which is interesting. Peediin opting to pick up this, or at least use crack shot here on that treasure before laying down the foundation. Get that crack shot recharging, make good use of it. Definitely, I think, a good choice. Oh, I better check hunts here. Hunt, 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 back hunt. These two forward hunts. These two forward hunts. This one's floated out a little further for Chusik, but I think that's okay. He's got this one significantly closer, so I think that kind of works out. And mines. Boom, boom. Yeah. Mines look good to me. Chusik, Peediin picking up 3 sheep so far. Chusik just has 2, but still a lot of sheep out on the map. Chusik going for this 100 XP treasure, which is definitely a nice one. Although his first shipment is already in, so he's not going to accelerate that any further. And at the same time, Peediin going for 80 food, maybe looking to accelerate his age up a little bit. Possibly, maybe could cut a bill or something like that. But let's see if are they going for any, no hunting dogs yet from either player, despite the starting market. They would have had to gather for that. Chusik picking up 30 coin here, but still he would need another 70 resources or so to be able to do hunting dogs. Looks like he's going to opt to wait for transition to do that. Both players kind of thinking the same thing there. Peediin walking by 35 food, going to go for that. Alligator, not a big deal. 3 bills coming in for France, no surprise there, and 2 settler wagons for Germany. Exactly what we expect. Chusik picking up 75 wood here, very good treasure. Both players picking up a lot of treasures. I would say Chusik maybe doing a little better on treasuring. 100 XP, 30 coin, 75 wood versus 40 coin, 80 food. And now, what is Peediin doing here? Going for 2 treasures at once. He was going for the 35 food, but walked away from that, walked out of range. The alligator back to full health, but now going for the 2 stray dogs. He got his crack shot in, easily cleaning up 2 alligators. Gonna pick up, or it's just 1 stray dog on EP. And now is he gonna go back for that 35 food? It looks like it. Bring Flan along. Both players starting the age up basically at the same time. I'm sure we're not gonna see anything surprising. Quartermaster from both players, as we would expect. Let's check out these decks. Pretty standard French deck. He has Jaegers. Nothing water to speak of, despite Florida. Similar sort of deal from Germany here. Heavy on the unit shipments. No cav combat. His only unit upgrade is hand infantry hit points, which is kind of interesting. Really interested in having every unit shipment available to him. Jaegers, Black Riders, as well as 7 skirms and 5 dops. Peediin picking up that 35 food, really nothing too interesting. Dropping his scout through Chusik's base to get some line of sight. Chusik not opting to garrison vills or anything to take a pot shot at that scout. Chusik getting some scouting in during transition, but Peediin going for 90 coin, which is quite a good treasure. That might even out that treasuring score, if you will. Still 100 food sitting over here, which is quite a good treasure, especially to pick up in age 1, but really at any time. A free 100 food, make your explorer useful. Chusik hitting up, Peediin hitting up. Nothing surprising. Peediin securing the first 2 market upgrades there. Same deal with Chusik, although he's going for Great Coat. I'd like to see that from Peediin here, especially in this matchup. Worried about Olens, but getting steel traps in. Stable going down for Peediin right away. Same from Chusik. And a house. Herding in this herd. No problem. Maybe Peediin going for another 40 food here. Still picking up those small treasures into age 2. I like to see that. Just make your explorer useful while you're not doing anything else. What is... Oh, yeah, he's going for that. Two Olens out, just sitting in the base. Ah, here they go. Starting to go somewhere. Both players opting for the Bill shipment right away. 7 Olens, first batch. That's quite scary to come out quite early. Peediin gonna have to get something out here to contest that. Does he have Olens of his own? Yeah, he has 5 Hudson Q. 700 wood coming out from the German player. We'll have to see what he's gonna do with that. Probably gonna spend some of that on steel traps. More houses he has popped. Peediin seeing those 2 Olens coming in, but now with 9 Olens on the field, that's going to be quite scary for Peediin. He's got only 5 Hus and a half-dead War Dog. Although the Olens do not do too well under TC fire, so that's something for him to worry about. He doesn't really want to get caught up with the Olens in TC range, but Peediin having done a very good job of herding and keeping all his vills right under the TC, nice and safe. Maybe picking up a vill here? Nope, not quite. Minutemen coming out to scare these away. 5 more Olens coming in, but only 4 Hus left from Peediin. I mean, that's a lot of Olens. And this Minutemen pop may be a little premature, just not able to snare the Olens, and they're just going to go down to 1 hit point and not accomplish much. And we're up to 14 Olens on the field. Some serious age 2 investment. Barracks coming down from Chusik and 700 coin. We'll see if he chooses to age with that. 700 coin from the French player as well. Chusik continuing to pop in, getting snared this time with more Hussars out on the field from Peediin. And taking some more damage, losing 1 or maybe 2 Olens. Peediin probably happy to do a little bit of damage there and not let this Olen mass get too big, but it's still pretty scary. 700 coin on the field, getting that gathered up. Probably going to age, although he's not anywhere close with the food thanks to all the investment in Hussars here. Villagers getting further out on the field. He's going to have to worry about raids coming in the back. Big Olen mass here, 5 more reinforcing Olens. Minutemen in the back doing a good job, but getting picked off by the Explorer, which was very good micro by Chusik to get those cleaned up. 5 Musk coming out, getting in melee. They're going to do some damage, but the Olens swinging around, going after these vills. They did get Great Coat in, but I'd like to also see what is it called? Blunderbuss. Musk coming in for melee, but a lot of vills going down. 2 vills down already. Getting chased away by another Olen match, and actually Peediin almost cleaning this up, which is he's probably quite happy about. What are both players doing here? Are we training more in age 2? No, it doesn't look like it. Yeah, but Chusik already on the way up to age 3, and Peediin having to basically abandon that plan and invest everything in defending this push. He's going to be quite a while before he has the resources. He's got a lot of coin, but really needs the food. Gathering a couple sheep here to try to get caught up. 2 Olens on the field that escaped that fight. 1 low health, 1 mostly full. I've been told in the chat that the War Dog is half alive, thanks A's. I apologize for my pessimism. but at this point, our war dog is no longer with us. Chusik moving out on the map for a second mine, having promptly destroyed his in-base mines, although I'd kind of like to see him on this mine back here is a little safer maybe, but maybe he's not too worried about it. Peediin hasn't done much. Stacking 2 shipments here. Peediin looking to save those for age 3, but we'll see if he really has time for that. With Chusik solidly in 3 and Peediin just starting to age. 7 Olins coming around for Chusik. Probably not too scary yet, and some walls in the back of the map going down for Peediin. What is he going to do with this? I don't think this is a water strategy. I think he's just trying to secure these 2 hunts, which I think I like. Investing, 25 wood in securing 2 hunts here. Yeah, and he's going to herd them toward the water, I think. Oh, no, maybe not. How is he going to herd these? We'll have to see. It's a little scary, though. I mean, he could, if Chusik gets in here with his Olins, Peediin really has nowhere to go. I mean, he could pop a gate and kind of get through. Maybe that's the plan. 7 Olins just hanging out here in the back, probably waiting for more reinforcements. Yeah, 3 war wagons, 3 more Olins in the base. That's his first age 3 shipment. Let's see what Peediin has on the way. He's got skirms, goons in queue, as we'd expect from France. Yeah, 8 skirms on the field now from Chusik, in addition to the other 9 he trained. So Peediin building up quite a scary mass, Chusik building a scary mass. 57 military pop versus just 5 goons coming out from French. So now another 5 goons. Worried about that all in mass. Evening out that military pop a lot, but still at a significant deficit thanks to the strong German shipments. Pretty much his whole economy going back into this back corner. That's definitely something to be worried about, it getting stuck back there with all the Olins and this German mass on the field. Germany heading around along the coast. I wonder if he is aware of this hunting, if he's scouted that yet. Probably, I would imagine. So he knows these are back here, but I don't think he knows about this wall, so he's going to run into that and maybe be a little disappointed. Here you can see that by now, and we'll see what he chooses to do. Is he going to siege that down? Yeah, he's going to force the fight over here, and more units, 8 skirms popping out for Peediin, so he's going to have to go contest this to secure his economy. More reinforcing skirms coming in from Chusik. I would have liked to see some more attempts at raiding here from Peediin. Chusik feeling pretty secure out on the map back here. Some skirms poking, but Chusik having the superior skirm mass, and Peediin getting pushed off the hunts. Olin's coming in the backside. Musk trying to get in melee with them. I wish these French villes had blunderbuss here. That could really make a difference in this fight. Villes taking on the Olins, getting cleaned up, but especially with the help of these goons. Hussars coming in, snaring these, and Peediin actually coming out with the superior mass, and this is actually looking really good from Peediin, thanks to maybe the help of his villagers and the 7 skirm shipment coming out. He's got another shipment ready thanks to all the XP he just picked up. This is looking quite good for Peediin after that fight. We might have a little bit of an upset this game. There's 5 more war wagons on the field back here, but really not what he needs against this skirm mass. Peediin picking up a free skirm there. Maybe misrallied. 5 Musk back here, but this wall still down. It doesn't look like he's planning to rebuild that. Putting 2 houses down back near his hunt. And it looks like this herd up here has wandered off a little bit from where it started. It was definitely closer initially, so I think Peediin's going to have to start thinking about herding that in. He's got a lot of dead deer over here. Decaying. 2 shipments coming in, 2 Falcons, big French power spike, 7 skirms and 3 Olins from Chusik trying to get his mass rebuilt. Skirm mass getting recouped a little bit, but France still up in the military pop by 5, and with two Falcons on the field, that's really something to worry about. The war wagons are, and the scout conveniently placed knows exactly what's coming. Explorer back here can't reveal the stealth. Falc's set up, ready to go. Oh, and he's ready to. This scout doing lots of work, knowing what to do with these falconets thanks to that. Yeah, and Chusik getting pushed into his base here, but he's hunting pretty far out of the map. Back on the safe mine now, so that's pretty good, but it's about to run out. And I think Peediin knows he can just sit out here, secure the mines, and wait. But he's going to have to be careful and be worried about these continuing German shipments. With all these unit shipments they're just going to keep pounding out thanks to the trading post. Peediin has to be vigilant here to keep his military mass up, and yeah, and he's having to push out on the map himself. 9 Olins, that's a scary shipment. That's really going to make this a difficult fight for Peediin. We're going to have to see if he can pull off the micro. And revealing his Falcons here, going after that trading post, probably worried about the shipment progression here, knowing that he's about out of unit shipments. Just 10 Jaegers is his only remaining unit shipment. And Chusik still having the option to send 12 Jaegers, 9 Black Riders, 8 Olins, 5 Dops still in his deck. This is a big, scary German mass getting a great Falcon shot. Good placement for Peediin. Goons doing a lot of damage on the Falcons or on the Olins, but Olins getting in on the Falcons, taking them down right away with just one volley, really. And this is actually looking quite bad for Peediin. Olins on the skirms. But most of the Olins down, getting picked off by goons here, but the skirm mass now is here in Chusik's favor, and War Wagon's doing a lot of damage and resist. Goons going after the War Wagons, which is really all they can do at this point, other than cleaning up those 2 Olins. That Olin in, and Peediin is on the run here. I don't know how he's going to recoup from this military deficit now. Yeah, calling GG. He knows he can't. So, interesting first game, very dynamic. I thought after that very successful fight from Peediin, we might be able to see a Peediin moment. Yep, Chusik saying he was scared for a moment, but that heavy unit shipment, I guess I can't look at the deck anymore, that heavy unit shipment progression from the German player, turning this into a secure win for the German player. Alright, so we'll move on to then game 2 here in this best of 5 series in the lower bracket of... Oh, I didn't set the score. Remind me next game, because I'll surely forget. Okay, my great French home city there. Wait for them to host. There it is. The invite. Peediin hosting this time. Flipped it around. I guess that's because Peediin gets to pick the map. Let's see what he chooses here. He's got Fraser River, Guatemala, or Lumaco in his map pool, so that's what we're going to see next. Check all the boxes down here. That's important. 1-0 for Chusik. I'm going to be right back. Go to the bathroom while they're restarting. Alright, I'm back. Looks like Peediin has selected Fraser River. I think this is one that he picked out last series he played, and I think he played Aztecs and picked up that game, won that game. Let's see. No, maybe he played Russia. Let me check out the results thread. But Chusik actually having to pick first here, so we'll have to see what Chusik thinks about this map pick. Although this isn't, no, Lumako is in both of their map pools. Want to see what Peediin played on his last game in this map. On Fraser River, yeah, Peediin played Aztecs and picked up that game against RSY's Russia in his last series. Chusik going for Spain here. There are 4 trading posts, so that's definitely an option. Maybe going for something, thinking some ATP in this game. We'll have to see what he chooses to do. He's got standard, FF, water, presumably. So ATP available in all of those decks, Spanish gold. And Peediin's got to give that some thought. Not really sure what he wants to play in this matchup against Spain. When he played Aztecs on this map, he took all 4 trading posts himself. So we maybe could see that and go for a trading post contention, but I'm not sure how that would go against Spain. Possibly well. He might be able to get the trading post down before Spain could. I'm not sure. Yeah, Peediin thinking about this real hard. What else did he play in his last series? Peediin played Spain himself on Hudson Bay. Maybe we could see a mirror here, but I'm not sure if as the lower ranked player he'd feel comfortable with the mirror. He of course could play France again since he lost his last game, but he's actually deciding to go for Brits here. There does look like there are a lot of hunts on this map, although they're all out in the map, not on their kind of starting raised highlands. So that would really force Brits to be out on the map. Maybe be worried about raids, although Spain, not really a notorious raiding civ. Not really pulling out a lot of cav until age 3 with their Lancers, and Lancers not particularly good against Vils themselves. So, Brits versus Spain. We'll see if Peediin can pick up the next game. I'd like to see this series stay competitive. Certainly that first game I was thinking Peediin might have a chance after that first battle. We'll see. Alright, Chusik. Just waiting on Chusik here. For anyone just now tuning in, the score is 1-0 Chusik. Chusik won the first game in playing Germany against Peediin's France on Florida. And here we go. Clicking into Fraser River, Game 2 in this Best of 5 series with Peediin's British versus Chusik's Spain. I'd expect to see ATP out from Spain here. We'll have to see how Peediin is going to contest that. I think that's a pretty predictable play from Spain, so Peediin must be thinking about what he wants to do to push out against Spain, and maybe some big age 2 play from Brits is what I would expect. Must cost something. It's definitely a good way to siege heavy way to contest all the trading posts and their bolstered hit points and attack with the ATP. And we'll see if Spain chooses to go Fortress against that or what. I need to give Chusik a point. I did remember. War Dog and Explorer splitting up, Explorer going for 30 coin right away, and War Dog going off to the right side. Peediin and Orange on the other side playing Brits, picking up 40-foot wood right away. I think he'll be quite happy with that, and maybe he'll be able to sneak in an extra manor here in the first stage thanks to that wood treasure. Though not a real big one. There is 120 XP out here that he could opt to go for, accelerate his first shipment, but he'll need to wait for his crack shot that he just used on that first treasure. Chusik finding 110 coin, gonna go for that. Nothing that's gonna be too useful in age 1, but as you can see, he's also left 100 coin on the field, but probably gonna use that to accelerate a age up into the fortress age. Somebody asking about the prize pool of the tournament here. I'm not sure. This match is in the lower bracket, so I'm not sure what the prize pool in the lower bracket is. But that's what these players are playing for. Another 40 wood on the map over here. 90 coin with just 2 wolves. Probably something Chusik can pick up without a crack shot and with the help of his war dog anyway. And Peediin has opted to go for this 120 XP. Picking that up. First shipment ready to go now, although it was about ready anyway. Yeah, and Chusik gonna pick up 90 coin, so between this and his other treasure, he's got 200 coin in treasures, 100 coin on the field. Quite good. Oh, and another 30 coin he picked up already, so a lot of coin from the Spanish player. Definitely gonna accelerate his age 3 game. Peediin walking up on 50 food. I expect him to pick that up. That's a nice one just to help. Although there's 90 wood over here. I don't think he's scouted that yet. Now he probably has. Definitely one he might want as the British, liking those wood treasures to help get more manors up. Peediin has opted to go for the market in age 1 and get hunting dogs. Chusik finding another 20 coin. I think he's going to pick that up. And yep, Peediin has picked up 50 food, and looks like we might see a contention over this 90 wood. Although Peediin heading the other direction. Maybe doesn't have a crack shot right now. I'm not sure if he used it on that 50 food. It looks like he's going to miss out on the 90 wood. Chusik hanging out here. Looks like waiting for a crack shot. There it is. Crack shot coming in. War dog coming out the backside, which kind of strange. Waiting for them to... Yeah, because the war dog's going to get attacked here. I guess Chusik not too confident about his explorer living through this, but he might... Yeah, he's going to lose the war dog over this, which I think is a mistake. Rather take damage on the explorer that's going to regenerate anyway. It looks like the chat is saying the lower bracket prize is a badge and bragging rights, no money on the line here in this match. Assuming Duck knows what he's talking about. Yep, Peediin, or Chusik laying down his first trading post, although ATP not in yet, so paying the full 200 wood here, so we'll see if he chooses to send that. He's got a shipment in that he hasn't sent yet. Maybe we're not going to see ATP out here. I would expect to see that by now. And I think Peediin, expecting that Spain is going for ATP, has squeezed in Virginia Company, in part thanks to his 120 XP. But he's going to get to age 2 without a shipment to send. At least not until all these manors go up and give him XP. Yeah, although, yeah, that shipment going to come in quite quick here, thanks to all the manors and 27 XP coming out on each one. And his outpost going down in base, which I think I'd like to see him secure some hunts with that. He's already hunting out here, and those are going to be difficult to herd into the raised base area on this map. He's got, especially with him building buildings in the ramp, it's a pretty narrow area for that herd to run through. Yeah, in Spain, on the other hand, bringing the outpost wagon very aggressively on top of these hunts that Peediin is hunting on right now. This is going to be quite scary for the British player, I think. He's going to be denied these hunts, although he's got you know, almost three full hunts up here. Maybe two, I'm not sure. He's got a lot of hunts up here still, but I think as the British player, he's going to need these to really play H2. And Chusik gathering the food for his age up. He's got the coin on the floor, putting a lot of ills on that to get that gathered up, and we'll see him moving to H3 pretty quickly with this aggressive tower. And Spain with no fast age up politician. We'll have to see what he chooses to age with. I think I'd like to see the 4 Hus here, the scout, text being researched. The scout it is, and I'd like to see those Hus pop out here and pressure these British hunts. A manor going up, very intelligent to help get some line of sight from that tower that I think he's seen by now. The Spanish player getting some damage on this manor. Well, it's constructed with the 4x damage, although I don't know if he'll choose to ever siege that down. 5 must come out from Peediin. More manor houses going down. Big greedy boom here from the British player. And stable going down. 700 wood on the floor, getting gathered up. 700 wood having coming out from Chusik too to help invest in the infrastructure he needs. He doesn't have a military building yet. 2 houses going down. He's popped 3 houses going down. Oh, barracks going up forward, and 5 vills? That's kind of an interesting choice to ship that during transition. I think I'd like to see him wait for an H3 shipment on that when he's already sent 700 wood basically during transition. I'd like to see some more pressure coming out of this forward outpost, forward barracks. He's kind of invested in this aggressive play, but then turn it around and he's got shipping H2 eco shipments behind this. I guess maybe a little bit of a surprise. Peediin looking to contest this trading post. I don't think he knows that, well, I guess he knows because of the score that Chusik hasn't gone for all 4, and now seeing that this isn't an ATP trading post. 5 more musts coming out, and not quite seeing the 7 vills over here, which would be a good pickup, but they're not too far from the outpost, and 4 husks coming out from Chusik. Checking this hunt, which doesn't have anyone on it, and continuing to go, poking in the base around this side. Looks like he's probably going to pick up some vills here, although two husks coming out to contest, not really enough. I'd like to see him try to snare and get these musks in here. And yeah, Chusik opting to commit to this here, which I don't really like. Knowing he's in the base, he should have known that there were some musks coming in. But actually, yeah, picking up 2 husks for 1, not taking too much damage on his other ones from the musks. I guess that worked out okay. Spanish gold coming in from Chusik. Although his only trading post is going to get torn down, which is really going to reduce the effectiveness of Spanish gold. And Peediin building walls, going quite greedy here, although walls not too secure. Musts walking right around it. Although choosing to siege it anyway, and those were some expensive walls for as much length as he got. It's really only 1 segment long, totally useless, and only spent like 30-40 wood on those thanks to all the posts. Peediin heading back with his big raid here. Maybe. Nope. Chusik not knowing that those vills are here, that are over there. Yeah, not a lot of wood up on the plateau here. There's the word. But Chusik picking up a vill. Musk coming back, but there's only 2 there. They really can't contest. Oh, 3 more husks. This is actually quite good. He might, yeah, more musk coming in. He's going to clean up all of these. Getting the snare with his husk. 1 down. Yeah, these are dead. Very nice. But there's a lot of musks in here really doing nothing. I'm not sure why they're spending so much time sieging down the market and the tiny wall segments, and giving Peediin enough time to get his military mass put together. I mean, there are some skirms on the field from the Spanish player, which are going to be difficult for the Brits to deal with, but could pop out some longbowmen. Rebuilding that market, actually. Yeah, he doesn't have steel traps yet. I think that's a big mistake from the British player, having only hunting dogs at 9.5 minutes into the game in this aggressive or this economic of a match. He has all 200 manor pop, which these manors are 135 wood each, but steel traps only 125. plus the 125 coin, and he's got so many vills that on food that steel traps would have been very effective. Been a lot more cost effective than building an additional manor. I think that's a big mistake with 28 vills on food this late into the game. He should have had that by now. He shouldn't have had to rebuild this market. Got a pretty big military mass, and still no, well, I guess he has rebuilt one trading post down here. 2 Falcons coming in from the Spanish player behind his economic push here with the 1,000 wood. We'll have to see if he chooses to build, what he chooses to build with this 1,000 wood. Oh, I guess he already has spent it all. That came out how long ago? Oh, a while ago, yeah. I'm not sure what he spent it all on. Trading post, more houses, I guess, and probably steel traps. Yeah, 500 wood, 400 wood coming out of this forward outpost. Probably a little bit of a mistake, but nothing he's too worried about. He's got his army here. Rods coming out to help deal with the husk that Peediin has. Although I think Musk Husk going to be quite effective against this mass. The musks, a lot of musks on the field from Chusik, but he has chosen not to upgrade them. Rodolero is still age 2. Not making a lot of use of this Fortress Age upgrade other than getting the Falcons out and some skirms, but not a lot of skirms even despite the number of musks from British player. Peediin kind of mispositioned over here. Chusik walking in the front of the base. I think he could take this, although I don't know. The rod's pretty scary. Outpost going down quickly. Barracks gonna go down too. I mean, Chusik has a lot of siege potential. Peediin has to get in here before Chusik pushes too hard. Sieging a manor house, I don't really like this when he's at 100 manor pop. It's not like he's gonna get popped. 5 more hussars coming out. And that barracks down, this is really gonna, Chusik just going for the TC here. Peediin has to do something to save it. And Peediin not willing to engage yet. Minutemen coming out, going for the, well, they should go for the Falconettes with their bonus against siege units, but they got caught up by the infantry mass. Huss almost taking down 1 Falconet and then abandoning it. I don't like this micro at all from Peediin. And Chusik finally getting down both Falcons, getting musks in there to take down a Falc even. And actually, this looks like a cleanup from Peediin. He's trapped in there, nowhere to go. Easy cleanup. Some reinforcing units coming in. Vet Rodoleros now, but he can't bring these in here. They're just gonna die. I really want to see Peediin turn around and push this issue really hard now that he's got a pretty big mass of musketeers. Those are going to be able to tear down this infrastructure quite quickly. Although he's got to get some more Huss on the field to deal with skirms. Yeah, just what I want to see, these musks pushing out. Cav hit points in from Peediin despite only having 4 more Huss coming out. Yeah, really committing to this Huss gameplay. Although with as many musks as he has, maybe musk damage would have been a better shipment. Yeah, these musks taking some heavy damage from the skirms. Although the Huss getting around, Rod's going to protect them. But Peediin really just has the bigger mass here, although Luke mismicroing these Huss a little bit. Now with Cav damage too, these Huss are effectively veteran. Rod's coming in from the back, but not going to do very well against the Musketeers. Skirm's getting cleaned up by these upgraded Huss. Looking quite good for Peediin, although he's going to need some reinforcements behind this. Actually, looking like maybe he's going to age. He'll need to send. He's already sent 700 coin. He's got a lot of vills on food, but coin, but a lot more on food. And there he goes, spending the rest of that coin. Maybe not aging. Must be continuing to push this. More rods coming out from the Spanish player, and Lancers right at this. But look at this. He's got 800 coin on the field here that isn't very safe now. Although it looks like he's going to clean this up. More Hussars coming in, but there's a lot of rods on the field left. I really don't think Peediin can push into this, although it would be nice to contest that 800 coin. Yeah, and Chusik's heading in to pick that up. Yeah, this now looking pretty good for Chusik. Peediin floating 1,500 food that he can't spend because he doesn't have the right resource balance. A lot of Vils on coin, but just not enough. And now Vils getting pushed off the hunts. Only Hussars left. Not really anything he can fight these rods with. Not really looking good, too good for Peediin here. I'm not sure if he's trying to get aged up or if he's got units in queue. We can check that. He's got units in queue. Yeah, upping that to 5 Hus, getting 5 Musks out. Looking to continue playing this age 2, but I'm not sure that he's going to be able to contest this now that Spanish is up to age 3, neutralize his mass, and Peediin really quite far out hunting over here. These are his only Vils on food now. If everyone else has been forced to wood, I mean, is he going to build mills now? What is he going to do? Does have a lot of Hussars out on the field. But Rod's quite good against the Hus. Hasn't sent Musk attack yet. He actually had to send 6 Musks there. Not really a great card to be shipping it 16 minutes into the game. Skirms going after some Vils here, and Peediin actually committing with the Vils, looking to tank some hits with them. Rod's getting into engagement with the Husk, but Musk's behind this. Rod's knowing they have to keep running. Yeah, and this is it for Peediin. I think he knows this is go time. He's committing Vils to this. I like the Vils mining on this mine here. Stealing a little bit of cheeky coin. Hus trying not to take too much damage from the rods. Musk trying to clean them up, but taking a lot of damage from the skirms. Swiss pikemen coming out in cover mode. I think this is really going to swing the fight for Chusik, and that might be GG for Peediin. He's going to lose all these Vils. This coin going to get picked up by Chusik, and yeah, this is GG. This is 2-1 for Peediin, or for Chusik, in this best of 5. So we're moving into match point for Chusik. We'll have to see how that goes. Peediin says, well played. Let's take a look at the graphs here. Yeah, well, all unit count doesn't mean very much. Vil count, very much higher from the British player the whole game, as we would expect. But military unit count quite even most of the game. And all resources gathered. Yeah, I mean, Peediin ahead, and really just came down to micro and maybe the Fortress Age upgrades for Chusik. So we're moving into game 3 in this best of 5 series. It's 2-0 for Chusik. So that makes it match point. Looks like Peediin has selected Guatemala as his map of choice here, which is a map that I am not particularly familiar with. I think that's the one with the water in all 4 corners. Doesn't have a little overlay for us, unfortunately. Chusik selecting Ottomans. Peediin getting the counter pick as the loser, pulling out his Aztecs, which is I guess he used Aztecs against Russia in his last series, so we'll see how he does in the Ottoman matchup. Ace pointing out in the chat that Chusik is from Switzerland and winning the game with the Swiss pikemen. Maybe a bit of a symbolic play there. Chusik requesting 2 minutes, so I guess we'll be seeing this game start in a couple minutes. In the chat, Kickass saying that Musk upgrade would be better than Cav upgrades in this matchup from the previous game. Kickass asking if he can play in Peediin's account now. Obviously, no, that's not allowed. And I don't think Peediin would be up for that either. Peediin seems to be quite a good sport. Yeah, and here comes Chusik's Ottomans, which I think are his signature civ. So this is definitely going to be a difficult one for Peediin to contest in this match point for Chusik. 2-0 in the best of 5. We'll see how they choose to play this. The Ottoman player could go for some water here and maybe something a little more defensive. Although Aztecs, I think Aztecs could do that too. We'll have to see what their decks look like. Both civs can be quite aggressive, but also has some interesting economic strategies that they can go for too, depending on how they choose to play it. Moss going up from the Ottoman player right away, looking to get some XP from that, and going for the trading post and a house. Spend that 400 Ottoman wood right away. Make good use of it. 160 wood on the map here, but 2 pirates makes that quite formidable. And Peediin going for 140 food, which is really a pretty good treasure. I didn't know that existed. 140 food, that's going to accelerate the age up. Built the fire pit right away, got the warrior priest on that. House going up as we expect. Peediin following the trading cart. Not really finding many treasures along that route. I mean, they have to spawn such that they avoid the route. Although this one's quite close, I guess. I'm not too familiar with this map myself yet, so I'm not really sure if he's going for an optimal scouting pattern here. Chusik going for the 40 coin in Peediin space, using a crack shot on that. Kind of have to that close to the opponent's base. Splitting up the Jaguar a little bit too. Get some extra scout in, picking up 20 coin, nothing too exciting. Another 40 coin, 3 villagers coming in for the Aztec player, going right down to food as we would expect. And 3 vills in for the Ottoman player as well. The Ottomans have gone for, they have 2 galleys and a frigate in deck, but definitely not a water boom deck. And Peediin is going for the same sort of thing. Well, actually, no, he's got schooners and fish market in deck. This is a water deck, all in. Let's see if he chooses to really use that, or if he's picked a deck that he's not really going to utilize. I mean, this could be a trick to force Chusik into picking a suboptimal deck, or he may really be going for the water eco play here. He has, well, I think that was Peediin who scouted the water over here. He's now aging. With the shaman, which is not the fast age up. I'm not sure what the shaman gives. Maybe the Trabwa? No, that's an Iroquois thing, isn't it? I don't know. Market coming down from the Aztec player. Probably an indicator that this isn't going to be the most aggressive game in the world. No vills forward or anything like that. And chopping a lot of wood. No market from the Ottoman player. He's got a scout moving forward. Gonna get revealed by the Aztec explorer, unfortunately. Running away very quickly. Good micro. Chusik going for 100 food here, which is quite a good treasure. Although the Peediin pirate gonna cheekily get in here and attack the Explorer. This treasure had one more Guardian than he was expecting, unfortunately. And he just used that crack shot, so he can't use it on the Pirate. And I think his Explorer might go down here. Certainly not before he gets the treasure, but I think this Pirate's gonna just keep poking away. And yeah, this Explorer is... No, he's gonna try to run away. And he does have more speed than the Pirate. Breaking the snare, it looks like. Barely more speed than the Pirate. Oh, but the Jaguar coming in. I mean, if this goes down, it's going to be right in his base anyway, so it's not too big of a deal. Outpost from Chusik being built in base. Looking like neither player going to play this. Well, War Hut's moving forward from Peediin. Maybe Peediin is going to play this aggressively. I think this deck might be a little bit of a cheese to trick Chusik into thinking he's going for the economic play, but if so, I'd like to see the double War Hut maybe a little further from Chusik's trading post. This isn't really hidden by any means. I think I like these better, you know, over here, although I guess that trading post is really important to the Ottoman economy. If he can really secure this trading post line, both trading post sites very close to the Ottomans. Going for the treasure here? Oh, I guess he's just taking the Pirate. That's the point here. And both Pirates on that are now gone in Peediin's possession. And with the help of these two War Huts, that would make this 160 wood quite easy to pick up, which would be nice. But Chusik, well on his way to age 3. Which I think is going to be a little bit hard for an age 2 Aztec to contest. He's got 600 coin on the field. Is he going for H3 also? I don't know what unit ticker does. For Puma out, gonna take care of this trading post and maybe deny some of these H3 shipments. Slow the Ottoman player down a little bit, but I think he might need to do more damage than this more quickly. He does have 9 more Pumas in Puma Spearmen in queue, so that's certainly thinking about doing a lot of siege damage very quickly. Barracks very far in the back from the Ottoman player, looking to make sure that's not found or sieged too easily. That's a lot of Spearmen. Those are going to have a lot of siege. And here come 6 more. He's just going to try to tear down the TC. I think he's trying to deny the age up, but he's not quite there in time for that. Yeah, and he's kind of rethinking what his plan here a little bit, I think. Attacking the Explorer, not all the melee units can get there. Picking up 90 XP, which is good, but Minutemen coming out, and Minutemen very effective against Spearmen. I think these still have Siege Trooper tags. Maybe not. And Pete looking like he's actually going to sacrifice the Explorer here. I don't think that's a choice I like, giving 100 XP to the Ottoman player, accelerating that shipment. See, it's out, and what's Peediin going to do now? He's got Coyote Runners in queue, which aren't going to be very effective against the Janissaries. Mace coming out, those will help deal with the Janissaries. Just 2 Coyote Runners. I don't really like that. Maybe if they went around for a raid. Oh, here come more Coyotes. A lot of Minutemen going down. These Mace really getting in close, but I guess if he's intending to chase the... I mean, this fight looking quite good for Peediin so far. Explorer's gonna go down. Maybe, oh, 2 Falcons coming out of the back of the TC. Those are gonna do work. Watch this. Oh, going for the Spearman first, which I don't really like. He needs to take down the Mace, but I guess the Spearman getting in melee. Oh, and actually taking down almost 1 Falcon. And is he gonna get on the other one? I think so. Chusik really doesn't have enough to body block here, and both Falcons going down without doing any really too much damage to the Mace. Maybe 1 volley on them, and these Jans are going to go down. Peediin really needs some reinforcing batches here, though, and he has no units in queue. This is not going to be enough to contest this base with the outpost. His best option here might be to try to pick up some vills, but yeah, losing almost all of his mace to this TC fire and outpost, taking a long time to get out of range. And still no units in queue from Peediin. He just doesn't have an economy behind this. I'm not sure he's been training vills. Quite cheesy. I mean, he's relying on the shipments here. Coyotes and a Puma in queue, but 8 Jans coming out for Chusik, and he's got another 5 veteran Janissaries coming in now. I think this is going to be quite hard for Peediin to push now. Got more mace, which of course counter the Janissaries, but are quite weak. I mean, the Jans have 3 times the hit points, and really do more damage, even considering the bonuses. So, you know, Peediin just needs more mace. I mean, the only advantage here is range, which they have a little bit more range than the Jans, but not as much as skirms or something. Peediin walking into the back of the base, but I think he's going to get trapped here. The one Ottoman Hussar, I'm not sure where that came from. Did I, like, totally miss their existence? Where did that come from? Did he age with those? I don't know where those went. Came from. And Peediin taking a lot of damage from these Jans, really just kind of running away. Not much he can do. Losing the Explorer and 100 XP again. I mean, this Explorer is, in killing this repeatedly, is really replacing a trading post for Chusik. This is a lot of unit shipments from the Aztec player, but he's really about out of unit shipments now. He has no vills, barely. Well, I guess he has a few more vills now, but actually training vills now, which is probably good. And actually, this is starting to look like kind of a scary mass. That's a lot of mace and coyotes. Those coyotes can get on the Jans, absorb a lot of his hits, and do significant damage with the mace. And there's not a lot of units out from Chusik here. He must have something on the way, a shipment. So we'll have to see what that is. And Peediin going straight for the barracks, but he's got some siege potential with the spearmen and coyotes. Here it is. 5 Spahi. Yeah, that's GG. There's not enough Puma to deal with this. And that's a series 3-0 for Chusik. Very quick series. But I thought it was enjoyable to watch anyway. We saw some interesting stuff coming out of Peediin. This Aztec all-in pressure against the Ottomans was actually kind of more successful than I expected it to be. The first game had a little bit of a swing. Good series.